you ever wondered how the world might end? It's a grim thought, yet one that has captivated and terrified us for centuries. From ancient prophecies to modern science, humans have long been fascinated with their own demise and the end of everything we know. Today we're going to explore this dark curiosity, presenting 7 progressively terrifying predictions about the world's end. These are not for the faint-hearted. So, are you ready to dive into the deep end? Let's begin with our countdown. At number 7, we have the death of our own sun. It's hard to imagine, but our life-giving sun in its eventual twilight will not go gently into that good night. In billions of years, it will instead transform into a monstrous red giant. This red giant, swollen and intense, will likely extend its fiery reach beyond the orbit of Earth. Imagine, if you will, the sun swelling, growing hotter and brighter, its fiery tendrils reaching out, potentially engulfing our beloved planet. This cataclysmic event would mark the end of Earth as we know it, consumed by the very star that once nurtured life upon its surface. The seas would boil, the land would melt, and in the end, nothing of our world would remain. The death of the sun and the demise of Earth, a terrifying thought, isn't it? A fiery end indeed, but our countdown has only just begun. Coming in at number 6, we have the Big Rip, a theory that paints a rather grim picture for the universe's final curtain call. The Big Rip is a cosmological hypothesis that predicts a future where the universe's expansion doesn't just continue, it accelerates. The gravitational forces that have held everything together since the dawn of time will eventually lose the battle against this rampant expansion. Imagine a universe where every galaxy, every star, every atom, and even time itself is torn apart. It's as if the very fabric of reality is being stretched until it can't hold together anymore. This theory suggests that the universe's expansion will become so powerful that the bonds holding atoms together will snap. In this scenario, galaxies, stars, planets, and eventually everything down to the tiniest particles will be ripped apart. A cosmic end where nothing remains. Now, let's escalate the terror. At number 5, we have a man-made disaster, nuclear war. Now, this isn't some far-fetched dystopian fantasy. The potential for a worldwide nuclear war is a very real and present danger. With nations around the globe possessing arsenals of nuclear weapons, the destructive power at our fingertips is truly mind-boggling. One push of a button, and cities could vanish in an instant. But the immediate destruction is only part of the story. A large-scale nuclear conflict could plunge our world into a nuclear winter. Imagine a world where the sun is blotted out by a thick layer of soot and dust, temperatures plummet, and plant life withers and dies. This would lead to a collapse in the food chain, potentially resulting in mass extinction, including us, humans. This is the terrifying power we wield, a power that could bring about our own end. A chilling prospect, isn't it? But we're not done yet. At number 4, we face a silent but deadly killer, a global pandemic. Picture this: a microscopic enemy, rapidly spreading across the globe, leaving no corner untouched. Its contagion surpasses borders and barriers, infecting millions in its wake. It's a deadly game of survival, one where the odds are not in our favor. This is not a tale from a dystopian novel, but a potential reality. A highly contagious and lethal virus could be the end of human civilization as we know it. It could decimate populations, cripple economies, and send societies spiraling into chaos. From the bustling cities to the quietest rural areas, no place would be safe. Imagine the world gripped by fear, people fighting for survival, not against an alien invasion or a natural disaster, but against an enemy within. An enemy that's invisible, that's everywhere. That's us. A silent, invisible end. But the worst is yet to come. We've now reached the top 3 most terrifying ends to our world. Brace yourselves, as these forecasts are not for the faint-hearted. Coming in at number 3 is the potential of a massive asteroid impact. Imagine a celestial body, several miles in diameter, hurtling towards our planet at an unimaginable speed. The energy released upon impact would be equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs, causing a global catastrophe. The sunlight would be blocked out by the dust and debris thrown into the atmosphere, leading to a nuclear winter. This chilling scenario is not just a figment of our imagination. It's happened before, and scientists believe it could happen again. Moving on to our number 2 prediction, an even more terrifying prospect: a gamma-ray burst hitting the Earth. Gamma-ray bursts are the most energetic events known in the universe, produced by the collapse of massive stars. If a burst were to hit Earth, it could strip away our ozone layer, exposing all life to harmful cosmic radiation. It's a scenario that sounds straight out of a science fiction movie, but astronomers believe it's a real possibility. And finally, the most terrifying end of them all: the eventual heat death of the universe. This is a theory based on the laws of thermodynamics, predicting that the universe will eventually reach a state of no thermodynamic free energy and cease to produce events that cause change. In simpler terms, it means a slow march towards a cold, dark, and silent universe. It's a fate that's billions and billions of years away, but it's a stark reminder of the inevitable passage of time and the transient nature of all things. These 3 predictions are chosen for their severity and likelihood. They serve as a grim reminder of our planet's vulnerability and the colossal forces at work in the universe that we are still trying to understand. Terrifying, isn't it? But remember, these are only predictions. The future is never set in stone. So what does all this mean for us? We've explored 7 chilling end-of-world scenarios, yet it's crucial to remember, these are but predictions shrouded in uncertainty. Each moment we have is precious, an opportunity to cherish and savor. The clock may be ticking, but the alarm isn't set in stone. Our actions, our choices, they matter. They shape our present and influence our future. The end may come one day, but until then, let's make the most of our world. After all, the future is unwritten,